Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Shad, and today we are here with our last preseason / off-season video this year. The regular season starts tomorrow. I'm recording this at 10:20, 5:39 a.m. Today I'm here to ask just one question for every Nugget on the roster for the most part. The goal is to just highlight some of the things that I will be watching out for specifically when it comes to this season. Trends, traits, developments, mentality, all these different types of things for different players that I want to make sure that they follow through on, because I think it'll go a long way for the team. We'll start with Peyton Watson because he is my personal passion project, I guess, this season and the last couple of seasons. He's a guy that I want to see improve in many different ways, and I've highlighted how I think he can improve in a video that I did not too long ago. But my one question for Peyton Watson: can you take a step forward as an on-ball creator for yourself and for others? Because I think there is an opportunity there in the backup unit to run a two-man game with Jonas Valanciunas, to run with all of these different athletic shooters. If you find the right partner with Jonas Valanciunas, whether it be Jamal Murray, whether it be someone else, I think that should be a high priority on the team. And helping accomplish that goal would be to have Peyton Watson become and develop a better ball handler. Next up is Jamal Murray. We'll go back to the top of the roster. Can you sustain an entire season of elevated production? This is a topic of conversation for Jamal Murray's pretty much his entire career, is him coming into these seasons slow and out of shape and all these blah, 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 different things, whatever. I don't want to harp on that because this year has been so much different. This year he's in shape. This year he's taking a lot of initiative, a lot of public initiative. This year he has taken a lot more of a leadership role than what I think he has in the last couple of seasons. Like, there are a lot of different signs pointing to Jamal Murray being able to achieve a higher production, a higher productivity on the court, whether it be 23, 24, 25 points a game, 7-8 assists a game, especially the three-point volume, by the way, which is something that I'm really excited to see go up. But for him, can he sustain it? That's the big question, because we're going to need it for most of the 82. I doubt he's going to play all 82, which is fine. I don't mind that he doesn't. Just, can you sustain it for an entire season? Julian Strawther, my one question for you is, can your defense uphold your playing time? You are getting a lot of chances in the preseason, which I love. I love the fact that Julian Strawther is going to be in the rotation. He is someone that I've been high on since he was drafted, excuse me. And I think him and Peyton Watson as a duo in that second unit is going to be incredible. Can you get better on the defensive side of the court? Because I want to see you on the floor, but if your defensive lapses continue to shine in major ways, unfortunately, is that going to affect your playing time? And I don't want that to be the case. So that's my one question for him. Next up, we'll go to Cam Johnson. And for Cam Johnson, I think my question is really straightforward. Honestly, it's, can you be enough of a difference maker in the other areas from MPJ to warrant us trading for you? Now, this is not me, I think, questioning it myself, because I think wholeheartedly, like, yeah, he was definitely worth it. He was worth the MPJ trade and a first-round pick. There are a lot of questions from Nuggets fans who are seeing both of these players from like a very like bird's eye, general, broad type of view. I don't think that's fair, but it's what they're doing. So can you do enough of the other things to appease, I guess, that side of the fandom that still doesn't necessarily believe that you should have been traded for MPJ? And specifically, I'm talking about the playmaking, the defense, and the on-ball creation for yourself and others. Like, those are the three main things that I'm worried about. And so far, I think he's really shown that he's a different player than MPJ in those regards, which is great. I love it. Can you show it for a whole season? Moving on down to Bruce Brown. I need you to shoot 35, 36, 37, 38% from three. I think you have established yourself as a veteran role player. I think you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing on the Nuggets. And my question about your role is never a prevalent thing on my mind, because I know that you know. And I think everyone knows that you know, which is great. But I just need you to shoot the three ball well. That's all. I believe you shot 35% last season, which is, league average. Let's get above league average. Aaron Gordon, Mr. Nugget. My one question for Aaron Gordon is, was last season's shooting a fluke? I am not asking this for me. I don't think that it was a fluke. However, sorry for hitting you, I do think that it is something that needs to be monitored, because if it does go down, it can go down like 1, 2, 3%, because he did shoot 43. Just show us that you can continue to shoot the three ball for an entirety of the season. I know preseason he's been shooting it pretty damn well. Let's see if that can carry over into a new regular season. Heading back down to Tim Hardaway Jr. When your shot doesn't fall, will you provide anything else? And it's like, I do feel a little mean asking that question, but it's a valid question because Tim Hardaway Jr. at this stage of his career, I think, is a pretty one-dimensional player. And that, like, I don't think that's a problem at all. He's not a starter. He's not making big money on our team. He is here to fill a very backup role as a sharpshooter. There are stretches during the game where we can't get a sub out for you and you start missing your shots. Are you going to be an overall net negative? And I think the answer is yes, but I would like to see him not be that. Heading back up to Mr. Joker, Mr. Nikola Jokic. Year 11 for Joker. Do we just skip this section? Like, I mean, that is all of the starters now and half of the bench, so we just got a couple more players to go. Jonas Valanciunas. What is the optimal Jonas Valanciunas lineup? The goal of having Val on this team is to give Jokic meaningful rest in a lot of games throughout the entire regular season, so that by the time April, May, June rolls around, Jokic is not breathing heavily and dying at the finish line. So with Val, what is that lineup that is going to enable the non-Jokic minutes to be incredibly positive? Now, moving even further down, we're talking about Jalen Pickett. Jalen Pickett is I think in such an interesting position because he is technically the only true backup point guard that we have on the roster, and yet I don't think that he is going to be getting the minutes of a backup point guard. And it's like, you see it in the experimentation that Adelman is doing, giving a lot of other players the ball, trying to make these guards and forwards ball handlers, which is great. Again, I'm not going to ever disparage that, but it does leave Jalen Pickett into a spot where I have to ask if his PG services are even gonna be needed. You know, some of these backup minutes I'm seeing, I would really, really love a real point guard in these backup 1 minutes to kind of help everyone else, because if you look at it, Bruce Brown, Julian Strawther, Peyton Watson, all these guys work so damn well off of someone else feeding them. While it's great that they are getting opportunities on the ball themselves and getting the chance to create for themselves, I think their strengths, their biggest strengths, lie in being off-ball players. And I think in order for them to tap into that off-ball ability a lot more consistently, having Jonas Valanciunas on the court, great, of course. Having Jamal Murray in the eventual bench staggers that he's going to be playing throughout the season is going to be great as well. But if we ever run into a situation where it's not Jamal Murray as the backup point guard and Nikola Jokic isn't on the basketball court, who is going to step up and be a point guard? And my last question, my last actual question I have for a player on this roster, is Zeke Nnaji. I'd have nothing left to ask Zeke Nnaji. Hunter Tyson, I have nothing left to ask him. As Spencer Jones, question is how much of an impact will his defense make on any spot minutes that he may get? So what is Spencer Jones, 6'7", 220, good defender. It's nothing crazy, honestly. It really is just like, can that defense translate into something? Like he's a shooter. He's a three-point shooter with a funky rhythm or a funky shot, but defense will carry you, and he has the frame to be a really, really good multi-position defender. So in theory, he could grow into that and become another tool on this bench, but who knows? That's all I got. I have been talking for, I think, 20 minutes, 16 minutes. That's actually not too bad. I want you to answer these questions yourself. I want you to get down in the comments, and if you have a specific question for a player, multiple players, anybody, whatever, leave it in the comments below, because I do want to talk about this, because I think it could be a really, really special season, and I really want people to be engaged in this Nugget season, especially the fandom. I want y'all to actually watch these players, prove that you are a fan of these players, prove that you know of their development, watch their development, all these different things. But that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch y'all later. We're back in the regular season, baby. Expect a lot more videos from me. I have been slacking this preseason and off season. I'm sorry for that, but new season, new me, new shot, new timing, new schedule, new responsibility, all this different, all of it. It's all different right now. So again, thank you. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.